Hello, and welcome to Rainmaster's series of training videos for Laguna software. In this global programming video, we will show you how to leverage Laguna's global programming feature. Global programming allows users to easily adjust settings on controllers, stations, and/or programs in just a few clicks. This video assumes you have already installed the Laguna software on your central computer and have successfully connected to the various irrigation controllers in the field. To get to the Global Programming form, navigate to Controller, Global Programming. The form has 3 tabs. The Controller tab, which lists all the controllers present and the properties that are specific to controllers. The Stations tab, which lists all the stations assigned to the controller and the properties that are specific to stations. And lastly, the Programs tab, which lists all programs assigned to controllers and the properties specific to each program. Each checkbox that is checked adds the feature to the view grid above for quick review. In this way, settings can be quickly reviewed for controllers, stations, and programs. Unchecking a feature's checkbox removes that feature from the display grid. In the view grid, it is possible to select individual or multiple items. Simply hold down the Shift or Control key while selecting. Note, in the Controllers tab, if you select multiple controllers of different types, the number of settings one can manipulate will be reduced as not all controllers share the same feature set. Let's look at modifying features in the Controllers tab first. With a controller or controller selected, click the checkbox by the property or properties you wish to modify. For example, with 2 DX2 controllers selected, I want to modify max stations on and mainline flow limit. I check the 2 relevant checkboxes and can see those properties appear in the view grid above. To the right, it is possible to actually adjust the values for those properties. Change the values and click Apply. We are informed that the changes have been made. The settings in the view grid above update to the new values. It is possible to make changes similarly in the Stations tab. Multiple select the stations to modify. Check the checkboxes by the properties you wish to modify. For example, name and percent adjust. The properties appear in the view grid above as well as to the right for modification. Adjust the values and click Apply. The view grid updates with the new values. The Programs tab functions the same. Select or multiple select the desired programs to modify. Check the checkboxes by the properties you wish to modify. Adjust the values to the right and click Apply. The view grid updates. The Global Programming tab also allows us to copy selected settings from one controller, station, or program to other controllers, stations, or programs with the click of a button. Let's do this with controllers. Select the settings to duplicate. For example, the unscheduled flow limit and the monthly water limit. We want to copy north settings to the other controllers. Multiple select the other controllers. From the Load Settings from an existing controller dropdown, select North. Click the Load button. North's unscheduled flow limit and monthly water limit settings are loaded into the selected property settings. Click Apply to copy the settings to the selected controllers. This Loading of Settings functionality can be done within the Stations tab and Programs tab as well. Finally, the items in the view grid can be grouped together by the column heading. For example, under the Controllers tab, we can group all controllers by controller type by clicking and dragging the controller type column to the grouping drop zone. As you can see, it is easy to see the controllers in their respective type groups. It is also possible to sort items in those groupings by clicking on a different column heading. In this way, both grouping and sorting is quick and easy. And of course, the same grouping and sorting can be done for stations and programs. After modifications to global programming, the user should verify that program download is enabled as a scheduled event so that the modifications will be downloaded to all affected controllers. Go to Central System, Scheduled Events. Be sure that program download is on. At the next program download scheduled event, the modifications will be downloaded to the controllers. That concludes our global programming for Laguna video. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the Rainmaster YouTube channel so you can be kept up to date with all future video releases for Laguna software.